So what's the difference between spot trading and perpetual trading? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to go over the key differences. We're going to talk about how to trade that on Apex Omni, and then which one should you choose with Apex. Okay. All right. So what is spot? Spot trading is basically owning the actual underlying asset at current market prices. So there's going to be trading pairs such as BTC slash USDT or Ethereum slash USDT. And when you come in, you use your USDT, you actually trade that and swap it for the actual coin of WBTC or Ethereum or whichever meme coin that you're looking into, and actually own that in your wallet. Okay, use long-term holding and for portfolio diversification, so you can own XR Ethereum. There's like other meme coins that you might come across that you might be interested in, and be able to actually hold that for the long term. With Apex Omni Spot Swap, it's cross-chain asset exchanges without any bridging. So you can switch between base layer, you can use or mantle, you can switch between Arbitrum, and with Apex Omni Spot Swap, you can swap your assets between chains without having to bridge it. It's all taken care of for you automatically, and it's pretty awesome. We're going to show you how that's done so that you don't have to worry about waiting. So with Apex Omni Spot Swap, which I haven't seen, you can swap between chains without actually doing any bridging. So you can swap between Ethereum and Arbitrum without having to bridge that. You could just move your coins over with that. So you can just all different coins that you can swap between Ethereum, Arbitrum, and Solana. Alright, so what is perpetual trading? Perpetual trading is basically using futures contracts without any expiration dates. What is a future contract? We'll kind of talk about that. You're not actually buying and selling the actual coin. You're betting against the direction with someone else. What you can do is you can leverage up to 100x. You can use cross margin, which means you can use up your entire wallet to support the position based on USDTs that you hold. So it's usually used for short-term speculations so that you can take advantage of small swings up and down while being able to hedge. You can do stop losses, take profit. It's high risk, but also you get high rewards. Okay, so for example, you can long or short. You can bet on the direction of BTC going up or down with 50x leverage, for example. So the key difference between two is that the spot, you actually own the asset. Perpetual is contract based. You're just having a contract with someone else on the direction of where the price is going, and you would earn or win based on your speculation on the direction of that contract. Okay, so with spot, it's lower risk. You don't get liquidated or anything like that. You just hold it, and there's less leverage. There's actually no leverage. But with perpetual, there's higher risk due to leverage because of leverage and funding rates. Okay, and the fees, you only get charged maker and taker fees for spot, but with perpetual, you also get charged a funding fee, which is kind of like an interest for holding that position while you're trading. So what you choose, if you're a beginner, you want to start with spot trading because that's kind of the easiest thing, just to get your feet wet. You want to hold the coin, and as it grows, you'll be able to sell that for profit. And with advanced traders, you'll be able to use perpetuals and be able to use leverage and be able to get into short-term swings and be able to leverage on that and earn more based on your analysis and speculation on where the direction of the price is going. Okay, so we're going to do a demonstration on a spot trade, and also we're going to explore perpetuals, and we'll do videos on that, on how you can place a perpetual order, how you can leverage and place advanced orders like stop losses and take profits, and also reduce only. Those are some of the features that you have. All right, when you come to apex.exchange, you'll be able to buy spot here by clicking on spot. Once you're in, you'll be able to purchase whichever coin you would like to purchase. There's some that are recommended already. You can find some favorites. Let's say you want to buy some Pepe. There it is. That's the current price. You can see the chart after 50 minutes. It's currently priced at this much. That's the price. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you a demonstration on purchasing one. We're going to first deposit. I have $100. And make sure that you select the chain that you want to purchase in. It's chain agnostic, but based on where you transferred it, this will matter. If you don't find where your coins are, make sure you pick the right one. I believe I'm an Arbitrum. Okay, and then once you're in Arbitrum, I can then deposit what I have. I have that. I have USDC right now. I have 100 bucks in there, and I'm actually gonna swap this over to USDT. So that way I can fast transfer what I have. So you can do a multi-chain swap. It will just take your USDC, swap to USDC. You'll be able to enable that, and then deposit. I'll go ahead and continue, sign my contract, and confirm. And it's gonna confirm my Trezor deal. So I'm gonna take care of that. Sign it, and then it should be deposit. It will actually enable that. So you have to enable the approval for that. We're going to then confirm it. And with layer 2, it costs only like 4 cents to make this transfer. Okay. So USDT is kind of your gateway. If you have a USDT, you can then transfer anything you like. You also, not only that, you can also deposit any of these supported coins. If you're on base, they allow you to also deposit CBBTC. If you're going to deposit wrap Bitcoin, any of these will all work. Okay, and you can keep that as the underlying asset, and they'll issue you USDT based on your collateral here that you've provided. Okay. All right. So once that's deposit, I now have 100 bucks in equity. I could buy some Pepe. Let's say I want to buy $10 worth of Pepe. I can then buy the Pepe right now at this price. And oh wait, I also need to deposit this into my spot account. So let's go ahead and transfer that. The funding account is there. This is what I have, 100 bucks. And if you want to move it to buy spot, you can move it to the spot account. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of put 10 bucks in there. Let me go ahead and put 20 just in case I want to buy something more. So there it is. Transfers in progress. It's confirmed. I now have available $20 to buy spots. So let's go ahead and buy $10 worth of spot right there. And that's my buy order. Or you can also sell. Sell. I have nothing to sell right now, so I can only buy with $20. I put my 10 bucks in there. I buy the Pepe USDT, and I'm gonna get 351 Pepe, and then I can confirm that I don't want to see this again, or you might want to confirm. I'll go ahead and confirm that. I'm a proud owner of Pepe. Okay. Now I believe that there it is. There's $10 available now, and that's my transfer. Now this is the open order, so it's gonna wait to fill. And as soon as that hits, if the price comes down a little more, I might be able to fill this order. And then once that fills, I'll be able to be a proud owner of 350,000 Pepe. Wow, okay, cool. Alright, so I think my assets, so it finally transferred. I am a proud owner of Pepe now. So now if I want to take profit and sell, I believe this is my buy order here. Is it open order? I have no open order. That means it filled my order. I have my assets, so I have my $10 here at my Pepe. Let's see if I then want to sell. I now have 349 Pepes to sell. I can sell 100% of that. And let's see, I can then place the order to sell Pepe. Network fee is going to cost me $6 to fill this order. Let's see, what else? Do I have it? I should have enough to fill that order. Now, I think, can I sell it at a profit? Let's see, can I set a price? I believe I might have to sell a market order on the spot. So I think that's what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and sell it now. And that's how you would do it. Now, let's say there's a coin that you can't find here. What I like to do is go to coin market cap. And there was a coin I was looking for called Ad Shares back in the day. Long time ago when I first got started quick crypto, I bought some, and it's still chugging along, but not really going anywhere. But I just want to use this to demonstrate how you can use this to find any coin you like and be able to still buy it. So this is the contract here. You want to copy this contract and go back to Omni and you can then paste that address. So if you don't see your coin here, it'll look it up and say, hey, this is your coin, and it's on Ethereum and on the BNB chain. Is that Binance? Yeah. All right. So this is at shares on the BNB chain. And with your equity, you then go back over here. You can say, hey, I want to buy 10 of these, and then buy your ad shares still. Even though you don't see the contract, you can enter any contract you want and be able to purchase that. Okay, and then you'll be able to see your position here, and then you can do what you need to do with it. Okay, all right, and then next we'll talk about perpetuals. All right, to get to your perpetual trading, that's over here on perpetuals, and I'm going to trade BTC. You can trade any of these other coins that they offer. And this is all contracts, perpetuals. You can leverage with this one. Certain coins let you leverage more than others. Here we can leverage up to 25x, or actually 100x for Bitcoin and whatnot. So I'm going to actually switch this one. This is actually under a vault. I'm going to do a clean one. So we're going to go to Omni Perps here. And let's click on this little settings here. We'll talk about vaults later on, where you can actually invest in other people's trading and also either start your own hedge fund if you're a good trader. Okay, so now with this, you can set your leverage here. 20x, 25x is pretty safe. Anything higher than that, you only get like a 1% move before you're liquidated. 25x, you could probably move about 4% before you're liquidated. And you can go maybe something like 5 where you can move 20% before you get liquidated. Okay, so you have more flexibility to move. Just don't understand which coin is more volatile and the movement of that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do, let's go with 5. Let's go with 20x. That should be pretty safe. What's going on? All right, so in order to long, you'd click buy. You want to short, you'd click sell. And then let's say if I want to short this, it's pumping up right now. I will probably just maybe go in for short-term long. And you also need to make sure that you also have money transferred in here. You have $96 in equity, but you need to deposit into your perpetual account. The reason why there's a funding account and perpetual account is so that you can move money back and forth so that they're not exposed to risk. Because it's cross, it'll actually use up your whole wallet or what's in your everything in your perpetual account to keep that position open if you're in a negative. Okay, so let's go ahead and transfer that over. I have $89 in my funding account, so let's go ahead and put that into my perpetual and max it out, and then I'll confirm that transfer, and we'll let that go. Don't need to do any signing because it's already in. And once that's in, we should be able to get a confirmation or something like that, and it'll tell me that, oh, it's already there, $92. Okay, so let's see, let's check out my margin once it comes through. I think it's through. Maybe I'll do a little quick refresh. Oh, there it is. It's already in. Don't need a refresh. All right, so once it's in, I can then do a market buy. You can set a limit order of the price that you want to buy it at. Let's say I'm going to make it quick, just kind of buy at market. And the smallest order that you can buy here is $107. I'll go ahead and long this at 20x. I could actually buy a lot more with 20x instead of one contract. So I will go ahead and use the leverage, and let's buy a little more then. Let's go ahead and buy 0.05. So I could buy $500 worth of Bitcoin, and I only have $96, right? So I'm using leverage now. So I'll go ahead and buy $500 worth of longs, confirm that. 20x, so great. There's $500 from value. I only have $100 in equity, or $86, yeah, $96. So it's gonna only use up $30 of my position. Where's my $30? Right here. So my $30 value, $20 value, but my actual margin used is a lot less. Okay, I probably only use about $30 in margin to hold this position. Okay, then you want to take profit, you can then go ahead and do a sell order. You can add a take profit here. So this is a take profit. You can take profit at a certain price. Let's say I want to take profit at a little higher. And you can set this between index price or last price. Index price is kind of an average of all the prices collected in a and to get the average price. The last price is the last price that you see here on this exchange that Apex uses. So let's say the price is currently at 107.7354. Let's go ahead and sell at 37370. That's my take profit. I'll go sell 100% of that. So if it confirms, and I'll sell 100% of it. I can also set a stop loss. Let's say if it falls too low at 107.000, I want to sell 100% of that. It'll create a take profit and there. Okay, so it's real tiny, real tight. So if it bumps up just a little bit, I'm gonna take profit, but make sure it's high enough to cover the fees and whatnot. But you can set this all ahead of time, and if it falls down too low, I'll take the loss. That'll be a stop loss. Okay, so that's how you would long and betting that the direction go up. If you want to short it, then you need to make sure that your first position is the sell order, and then you close it with the buy order and do the opposite. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and close this at 50% loss. I'll close my market, and this will close my entire position at a loss of 50 cents minus fees and whatnot. Okay, now I want to do a short. Let's go and sell short. I can then still leverage and use $500 worth of leverage with my $95. So I can use 20x there, and I'll go ahead and place a sell short order at market, which is a fee. And now if you use a limit order, it'll take less money. And then I can do the same, right? I can also take profit here, right there, as stop loss, take profit here, and it'll do the opposite. Okay. So I would say, hey, my entry price was 10, my last price was 107.42. My entry price is this. So I want to take profit when it's low, 107. Let me see, I'll do there, 107. Take profit at 400. That's what I want to take profit at. And then if the price, I want to sell 100% of that. And then if the price goes above, let's say 107.500, then I'll take a loss and just take, right there. So that should be good. So it's real tight there. Of course, you want to move your position a little higher, but this is for short-term trades. If it flicks up a little bit, I'll take a profit. Or let's see, I'll take a loss because I'm shorting. But if it comes down, then I'll be in profit. Okay. Oh, so I'm about to take. So I just did a stop loss right there, and it filled. I took a little bit of a loss right there, and yeah, close it out with negative 87 cents, $1 there, and 89 cents there. So yeah, so donate $2 for this lesson. So it's quite interesting where you can make a lot, but also as long as you set your risk tolerances accordingly, you would then not take too much of a loss here. Okay, so there it is. That's how you long and short on perpetuals. Now let's look at these little different orders here. You get to set a price. So let's say I don't want to enter right away. I want to enter like down here. You can be able to set your limit price on what you want to buy it at. And then once that comes down to your order, it'll fill. Post only is if for some reason you did a market order on accident, it won't fill. It has to fill by limit order. Okay. And so this usually applies is when you do a stop limit, stop market, I believe, or maybe more like a stop limit where it passes the price, I believe. And you want to make sure that you fill with the limit orders to save on fees. Okay. I don't really adjust this good till cancel. I don't think you can anyways. Reduce only is if you're placing multiple orders, such as long and short orders. But let's say you're in a long position, but you want to sell. But sometimes it might fill, you're DCAing, it might fill, and then you actually have maybe too many sell orders, and you don't want to reverse that position to a short when it fills up and takes profit. You want to reduce only if it fills and there's more sell orders to fill, it'll just close out your position 100%. If it overfills because there's more sell orders, it'll then reverse you to a short position if this reduce only is not on. Okay. All right. I think that's it for how to use perpetuals. If you want to use start using DCA bots, I can talk about that in the next video. Well, we've developed a bot called DCA, actually TradeBot Secrets. If you go to tradebotsecrets.com, you'll be able to see a bot like this, and it's configured to do this automatically to DCA dollar cost in, and then take profit as it pumps up. Okay. All right. So that's all you do perpetual. That's the difference between that, and that's how you can use leverage and be able to place your orders based on your technical analysis, based on what you think it is, or you could use a bot to trade without having to worry about all that. All right, thanks.